Ever get stuck in that airplane middle seat, cramped and bored, desperately trying to load a simple website?
Oh, yeah.
It's like the ultimate test of patience, isn't it? Airplane Wi-Fi.
A true test of character.
Right. But what if I told you that dreaded little Wi-Fi icon might actually become your new best friend? At 30,000 feet, no less.
Okay, now I'm intrigued.
This week, we're diving headfirst into the world of SpaceX's Starlink and their ambitious plan to revolutionize in-flight Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
We're kicking things off with a game-changing deal they just made with United Airlines.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
That's right. We're talking free, fast Wi-Fi on your next cross-country flight, at least if you're flying United.
It's certainly a bold move from United and a fascinating development for in-flight connectivity. To really appreciate just how big of a deal this could be, we need to look at where we are now with in-flight Wi-Fi.
You mean battling those buffering icons and pixelated videos?
Exactly. The technology has evolved somewhat, but let's be honest, the current state of in-flight Wi-Fi, it leaves a lot to be desired.
It really does.
It's often slow, unreliable, and don't even get me started on the price.
Yeah, the price is outrageous.
Right. See, most in-flight Wi-Fi relies on ground-based cell towers or satellites way out in geostationary orbit,
Okay.
which means they're essentially fixed in position relative to Earth.
So basically, you're playing catch with a signal from space while hurtling through the air.
You got it.
Yeah.
And this setup can lead to lag, especially over oceans. And the bandwidth gets eaten up quickly when everyone's trying to stream the same movie simultaneously.
Ugh, the dreaded buffering wheel of doom.
Precisely.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, our expectations have changed. These days, we're used to being connected 24/7 no matter where we are.
Yeah, that's true.
And that includes being 30,000 feet in the air.
It's true. I mean, just last week I was on a flight, and I desperately needed to finish a presentation before landing. Naturally, the Wi-Fi was about as useful as a chocolate fire guard.
Yeah, I've been there. A very relatable experience, I imagine.
I think so.
People want to work remotely, catch up on their favorite shows, or just stay connected on social media. It's become an essential part of how we live and work, even at cruising altitude.
And that's where Starlink comes in, right? Offering a potential solution to this in-flight connectivity conundrum. This United deal makes it sound like they're really going all in on this technology.
They are. And to understand why that's such a gamble, for better or worse, we need to delve a bit deeper into what makes Starlink different from the rest.
Well, let's unpack this, shall we? All right, so United is taking a gamble with Starlink. What's the scale of this deal we're talking about here?
We're talking a massive fleet upgrade. Forbes reported that United plans to equip over 1,000 aircraft with Starlink, essentially their entire mainline fleet. And get this, according to CBS News, they're completely ditching their existing Wi-Fi providers.
Whoa, talk about putting all your eggs in one basket. That's a bold move. What makes them so confident in Starlink? What sets it apart from the current in-flight Wi-Fi struggle?
It all boils down to the satellites, their orbital dance, you could say. Starlink uses a constellation of low Earth orbit satellites, LEOs for short.
Okay.
These satellites are much closer to Earth compared to those geostationary ones we talked about.
So, closer to Earth equals faster internet speeds. It's like being in the front row of a concert instead of miles away.
That's a great analogy. Because of their proximity, LEOs experience significantly less latency.
Latency?
Which is the delay in data transmission between your device and the network. That's the magic ingredient for smooth streaming and seamless browsing.
Right.
And here's the kicker. Those LEOs are constantly moving across the sky like a well-choreographed ballet.
Okay.
This constant movement means consistent coverage, even over vast oceans, a notorious pain point for traditional satellite internet. CBS News really emphasized this as a game changer for airlines.
Yeah, no more digital dead zones when you're flying over the Atlantic. That's a win for sure.
Absolutely. And we're not just talking about browsing cat memes here. Think about the possibilities for business travelers.
Right.
Imagine being able to finalize that crucial presentation or join a live meeting without a hitch, even while soaring through the air.
No, that's what I call productivity in the sky. No more frantic sprints through the airport to find a decent Wi-Fi connection before a meeting.
Exactly. And let's not forget about the impact on leisure travel. Streaming that latest blockbuster hit or video calling loved ones back home just got a whole lot easier.
Yeah. It seems like other airlines are catching on, too. The CNBC article mentioned a couple already using Starlink, right?
That's right. Hawaiian Airlines and JSX have been early adopters. A good sign for United. Their positive experiences so far suggest that Starlink's technology lives up to the hype.
So we've got a potential in-flight Wi-Fi revolution brewing here, but But before we get too ahead of ourselves, I have to ask about the elephant in the room, the free Wi-Fi.
Ah, yes, the million-dollar question. Is anything ever truly free?
Right, exactly. The CBS article expressed some skepticism about this. Will this really be free for everyone, or will there be some strings attached? Maybe tied to a loyalty program or limited to certain fare classes?
That's a valid concern. Delta, for instance, offers free Wi-Fi to its loyalty program members, while other passengers have to pay.
Right.
It wouldn't be surprising if United adopted a similar model to offset the costs of this major upgrade.
So there might be a catch to this free Wi-Fi. But even if it's not entirely free across the board, the prospect of faster, more reliable internet at 30,000 feet is pretty enticing.
Absolutely. And beyond the immediate benefits for passengers, this rollout could have broader implications for the aviation industry and beyond.
Now that's what I call a true deep dive. So what are some of these potential ripple effects we're talking about? Okay, so faster, potentially free Wi-Fi on flights. That's great and all, but what's the bigger picture here?
What's so fascinating is that we're talking about bringing high-speed internet access to a place that has traditionally been well off the grid. If this rollout is successful, it could have a ripple effect on how and where we work, how we entertain ourselves, even how we bridge the digital divide.
Yeah, it's almost like the last frontier of internet access. And if it can work seamlessly on a plane, imagine the possibilities in other remote areas around the world.
Exactly. This could be a game changer for rural communities, developing nations, disaster relief efforts. The applications are vast.
That's incredible. So it's not just about finishing that spreadsheet on your way to a meeting anymore. It's about connecting the unconnected. But let's go back to United's gamble for a moment. Ditching their existing providers for Starlink is a huge leap of faith. What if this technology doesn't live up to the hype?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
There are always risks involved with any new technology, especially one being implemented on such a large scale. If Starlink encounters technical difficulties or if the rollout faces unforeseen delays, it could leave United in a tough spot.
Yeah, not to mention the potential PR nightmare of promising free fast Wi-Fi and then not delivering it. Talk about a recipe for disgruntled passenger.
Absolutely. But on the flip side, if Starlink delivers on its promises, it could give United a significant competitive edge.
Oh, for sure. Free fast Wi-Fi is the new battleground for airline loyalty. Imagine that.
It's certainly possible. And if United's gamble pays off, it could very well force other airlines to up their game. We might even see a domino effect across the industry, with everyone scrambling to offer the best in-flight connectivity.
So potentially free Wi-Fi, a potential shakeup in the airline industry,
Oh.
all thanks to satellites whizzing around the Earth. Who knew space exploration could have such down-to-earth implications?
It's a testament to how quickly technology can change our world. And it begs the question, what unforeseen consequences might arise from this widespread, high-speed internet access in the skies?
That's something to ponder the next time you're staring at that little airplane Wi-Fi icon. Will it become a symbol of seamless connectivity or a reminder of a promise yet to be fulfilled? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the future of in-flight entertainment just got a whole lot more interesting.
Indeed it has.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive into the world of Starlink and the future of in-flight Wi-Fi. We'll be keeping a close eye on this story as it develops. Until next time, happy flying and may your internet connection always be strong.